What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the all-new 2024 Nissan Z Nismo edition. This one is finished off in the really nice two-tone with the gray as well as the black. MSRP is $68,000. So let's go ahead, see what is powering the Nismo edition for the newest generation of the Nissan Z. So we find the latch down here. So this has the 3-liter twin turbocharged V6. It is tuned up a little bit with 420 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque. This is also only paired to the 9-speed automatic transmission. No manual is available on the Nismo. If we take a look at the styling now, you have a really cool set of LED headlights. I especially love the dark housing to them. And then when you take a look at the daytime running lights and everything, they look really cool. I think overall, really good looking front end. I think it's a huge upgrade from the performance and especially the sport. You got the Nismo name, gloss black throughout the front end, and then a huge opening to allow a ton of cooling to the engine. I like how this is not just a big square. This front end is stunning. This car seriously is a great looking sports car. I also really love all the red trim to it. I think that really adds to the aggression. Some nice cuts right here, and then these sweet little winglets on the side to really add to the performance style. I really like how the hood cuts forwards quite a lot. We have a prominent sharp body line that cuts through the center, and then you have this nice Y shape for the upper portion of that hood. Really nice low slung sports car with a long front end. I think the proportions are fantastic. The Nismo body kit really comes together with how this car can look. You're also going to see the cool fender flares surrounding it just to get it a little bit more width, and then a nice set of 19-inch wheels. These are of course the Nismo lightweight wheels for the car. You have bigger brakes, you also have the Akabono calipers, and then a nice set of performance tires. Throughout the side, you're going to see more of the gloss black and red for the side skirt, body colored on the door handles, and then gloss black mirror caps with the turn signal and the nice red stripe. Two-tone color, so you get the whole black roof. Really nice contrast for the gray, and then you have a nice gunmetal gray for that katana blade and our Z badge in back. At the rear of the car, you're going to see a really nice curve for this fender arch. Massive gas cap, absolutely huge, but nonetheless looks really good with just the curvature of the bodywork. And then in back, you can see how the trunk lid has the two-tone paint that fades upwards, and we get a massive ducktail spoil, much larger than the Performance Z. Really fits the body nice. And then you're going to see the cool LED taillights. So just like the old school Nissan Zs, really clean design. Get your Z logo, Nissan logo as well, backup camera, and then gloss black trim surrounding it with some more red trim, dual exhaust. You got your cool trim piece down below, Nismo logo. It comes together well. Like I said, this is fantastic the way it looks. I think they nailed it with the design. Wheels look super cool. Now in back, you can also press the button, manually open up the trunk and take a look at the size. Not too bad back here. Obviously, it is a smaller two-seater car, but nonetheless, you can fit a couple backpacks in here for a weekend trip and really use this as your daily driver. Now, if we go ahead inside, we do have a button right here to lock and unlock it. Opening this up, if we slide the seat forward, we do have some clever storage back here. You're gonna see these two cutouts. You can fit maybe a couple lunch boxes or small bags, which is a really cool touch. And then clearly you can see the manual powered Nismo bucket seats. These are Recaro seats, beautiful look. I had these in my old 2016 Nismo. A really cool design for sure. And then moving to the door panel, you have some soft touch plastic up on top, black micro suede material with the black leather material. I like how you have your grab handle integrated, all of the controls, release handle, Bose audio, and storage. It also has like a carbon fiber plastic material down below on this door. And then you can see the aluminum color with the Z badge. We have Nismo and Z on the floor mat with aluminum pedals. And then like I said, these are manual controls. Of course, these are Recaro buckets, so that's what you would expect. The recline is the triangle one down below. And I love the Alcantara. It's got a really cool design with perforations, and there's even a red color throughout it. All red stitching on the bottom bolsters, and I like how you get the red leather throughout the top. So really cool seats with your name, your Nismo, super thin backrests. I mean, these are one of my favorite bucket seats for sure. Hopping inside, as we sink into the seat, you also see that really cool new steering wheel. So you have the leather on the top and bottom, Alcantara on the sides with red stitching, red stripe up above, Z logo. and then a red start button. Roaring to life, the twin turbo. Got the cool animation in the center as well. And then we get the really cool full digital LCD screen. So as you can see on the left side, you can scroll up and down, see a few things on the left screen, which is nice for a performance car. Pretty cool looking tack in the center as well. A few vitals all around, shift lights up above, and then you can change the view as well. If you go into normal, you got a pretty more traditional design, of course, like any Nissan. And then if you go back into it and go down into enhance, this is good if you're traveling or something. You have a huge screen in the center for navigation, and then a few more things are all going to pop up. You can see a few more things that are going to be in here. Of course, with the Nismo though, honestly, the sport mode is the coolest. It just fits the interior very well. We have some more Bluetooth and audio controls, cruise control on the right with forward pacing. Nice set of steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. Like I said, there is no 6-speed manual available, so just the 9-speed automatic. And you do have nice looking paddles at least, with a nice gray color. Stock on the right side for windshield wipers. Stock on the left for headlights and turn signal. Traction control icon. And then the 3 gauges up on top are for turbo boost, turbo RPM, as well as the battery voltage. You have more of the soft touch plastic, the same synthetic leather material down below it. And then this is the typical screen in any modern Nissan. So you've seen this in plenty of videos. Pretty easy the way it works. It's very simple. However, it does work nicely. Gives you all the information you're going to need. Full screen navigation, of course, audio, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all of that. And a pretty good backup camera. So pretty HD graphics as well. Tapping the P button back into park. We have tuning on the right, volume, all those shortcuts. Climate controls down below, like we've seen for a good decade on the Nissan Z. We have fan speed, temperature, zones, a little bit of storage and USBs, and then our drive mode select. So we now have Sport and Sport Plus. So Sport Plus is new for the Nismo, of course. Nice to see all of the different drive modes. Some of this padded material for your knees, and then a trunk release button. Manual park and brake, of course. Cup holder down below, and this will slide forwards as well, which is a cool touch. And then you can also press the button, and we do have a center console. Over here, pretty good sized glove box. And then one last look at the interior. Basically the biggest thing for the Nismo, nice new steering wheel with Alcantara, and then the Recaro seats. Now the passenger seat base is the typical base on all the cars. However, the driver gets the nice big bolsters from Recaro. You do have the new surfaces, and then the backs are identical with the big side bolsters, and of course all the coloring and materials. Black headliner, dome lights, garage door buttons, and overall a pretty nice sporty interior. All right, we are setting off now in the Nismo edition. So when you're in Sport Plus mode, you can definitely feel the tail end likes to get out, and I'm not even obviously pushing it hard, but you can tell this car wants to go. One thing funny, when you downshift, you hear some pops. It is totally coming from the speakers. You can literally hear it by your feet. So a little funny to have that artificial sound. Even just like short shifting this, it does feel really quick. Even the normal Z, I mean, it is a fast car. One of my biggest complaints with a 9-speed on the performance is it's just a slow transmission. When you hit the paddle, there's like a 500 RPM delay. So far in Sport Plus, this is already feeling significantly quicker to shift. So we'll get going again and feel that out. Way quicker and snappy response, so that is a really good thing. Good job, Nissan. Thank you for giving us Sport Plus mode. I think that lightens up the transmission exactly where I want it to be. Kind of kicks you in the back a little bit. It adds some drama for sure. If we go into sport mode, you still get the fake pops in the speakers. Transmission still feels really snappy and everything, so that is a good touch. I think they've tuned the transmission much better. I really like the suspension. It feels really stiff. It feels so much lighter than the normal performance, even though this car actually weighs a little bit more. This is heavier than a Toyota Supra, so for whatever reason, it does have some weight to it. But it just feels a lot more responsive. Of course, I can't really take it on some crazy twisty turns today. But this thing feels so snappy and responsive, and I don't hate the transmission. I still would love a manual, but I am not hating the 9-speed, which I'm kind of blown away that I'm saying that, but it's kind of fun to drive this, honestly. The bucket seats, I had these seats in my Nismo 2016 model year car. I loved the seats. I fit so well in them. It just fits me so nicely. It does feel like a pretty lively car. Like literally, this feels pretty fun just around town on these kind of city roads. It feels much more darty than the normal car. Hopefully I can get one of these to take out in the mountains that I'm used to driving on. But already this feels like a much more lively car comparing it to the standard performance. Biggest complaint is going to be this is $10,000 more than a Toyota Supra. So kind of crazy. Nissan has just kind of gone a little mind-blowing with their pricing, I would say. But I will say, comparing this to the performance, this does feel like a step up. Hard to tell about power given I can't really go too quick today. But it feels like a darty, lively car that just wants to be thrashed on and give you something that you have to control. I've seen some mixed reviews of these cars, but it seems like a car that you have to control it and you gotta really work to drive it well. But I am enjoying this around town. It feels pretty fun, feels snappy, looks good inside and out. You of course get just some basic Nissan stuff on the interior, so it's nothing too luxurious feeling, I would say, or crazy upscale, especially when this costs as much as my wife and I's new Audi RS3, which is much more luxurious feeling and probably a little bit faster than this, but it does feel like a lively, fun new Z. So definitely something to take a look at.